Certification is indeed required in Pennsylvania for individuals who install electrical signs. The requirements to become a certified electrical sign installer in Pennsylvania are as follows. Firstly, you must be at least 18 years old. Secondly, you need a high school diploma or its equivalent. Thirdly, you must have 2 years of verifiable experience in the installation of electrical signs. Fourthly, you are required to pass the Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Installer Competency Examination. The certification process itself involves several steps. 1. You must submit an application and pay an application fee to the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, or L&I. 2. You must provide proof of your experience. This can include employment records or affidavits. 3. You need to contact a state-approved examination provider to schedule your competency examination. 4. You must achieve a passing grade of at least 70% on the examination. While classes and training are not mandated, they are strongly recommended to help you prepare for the certification examination. These classes can be found at technical schools, community colleges, and trade schools, which often offer programs in electrical sign installation. Additionally, industry associations such as the Pennsylvania Sign Association, or PSA, and the National Electrical Contractors Association, or NECA, may offer training and certification programs. Finally, private training providers may also provide training specifically designed for the Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Installer Competency Examination. For further information or assistance, you can contact the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, Bureau of Labor Market Information and Analysis at 717 783 7300 or via email. You can also reach out to the Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Association at 610 631 100 or via email. The National Electrical Contractors Association can be contacted at 800 853 9122 or via email as well. Remember to verify the most current requirements and procedures with the relevant Pennsylvania state authorities, as regulations can change. Ensuring compliance with these regulations is crucial for anyone involved in the installation of electrical signs in Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Installer Competency Examination covers a range of topics essential for safe and compliant electrical sign installation. These topics include the National Electrical Code, or NEC, requirements for sign installations. This involves understanding the specific articles within the NEC that pertain to signs, such as Article 600, which covers electric signs and outline lighting. The NEC provides detailed guidelines on wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and disconnecting means for signs. The exam also covers safe work practices. This includes knowledge of lockout-tagout procedures, the use of personal protective equipment, or PPE, and safe handling of electrical components. Understanding and adhering to these practices is vital for preventing accidents and injuries during installation and maintenance. Another key area is electrical theory. A solid understanding of basic electrical principles, such as voltage, current, resistance, power, and Ohm's law, is essential for diagnosing and troubleshooting electrical issues in signs. Installers should be able to calculate voltage drops, determine appropriate wire sizes, and understand the operation of transformers and other electrical components. Grounding and bonding is another important area covered in the exam. Proper grounding and bonding techniques are crucial for preventing electrical shock hazards and ensuring the safe operation of signs. Installers must understand the requirements for grounding electrodes, equipment grounding conductors, and bonding jumpers. Sign structure and mounting are also examined. This includes knowledge of different sign types, such as channel letters, cabinet signs, and pylon signs, as well as the appropriate mounting methods for each type. Installers must be able to assess the structural integrity of buildings and other structures to ensure that signs are securely mounted. Permitting and inspection processes are included. Understanding the permitting and inspection requirements for electrical sign installations is crucial for compliance with local regulations. Installers must be familiar with the process of obtaining permits, submitting plans, and scheduling inspections. They should also be aware of the common violations that can result in failed inspections. Troubleshooting and repair are also covered. Installers must be able to diagnose and repair common electrical problems and signs such as burned out lamps, faulty ballasts, and wiring issues. They should also be able to use diagnostic tools such as multimeters and circuit tracers to identify the source of the problem. In addition to these core topics, the Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Installer Competency Examination may also cover other relevant topics such as energy efficiency, lighting controls, and sign maintenance. It's important for candidates to thoroughly prepare for the exam by studying the NEC, attending training courses, and gaining hands-on experience in the field. Resources such as the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, the Pennsylvania Sign Association, and the National Electrical Contractors Association can provide valuable information and training materials. By mastering the knowledge and skills covered in the exam, installers can demonstrate their competence and ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical signs in Pennsylvania. The role of industry associations like the Pennsylvania Sign Association, or PSA, and the National Electrical Contractors Association, or NECA, is critical in the electrical sign industry. Firstly, both organizations offer training and education programs. PSA and NECA provide training courses, workshops, and seminars on various topics related to electrical sign installation, maintenance, and safety. These programs help installers stay up to date on the latest codes, regulations, and best practices. Secondly, they provide networking opportunities. PSA and NECA host conferences, trade shows, and other events that bring together installers, contractors, suppliers, and other industry professionals. These events provide opportunities for networking, sharing knowledge, and building business relationships. Thirdly, they support advocacy and representation. PSA and NECA advocate for the interests of their members at the state and national levels. They work to promote policies and regulations that support the electrical sign industry and protect the interests of installers and contractors. Fourthly, they provide resources and information. PSA and NECA offer a variety of resources and information to their members, including technical manuals, safety guides, and business tools. They also provide access to industry experts and consultants who can provide guidance on technical, legal, and business issues. Fifthly, they focus on promoting professionalism and ethics. PSA and NECA promote professionalism and ethical conduct among their members. They encourage installers and contractors to adhere to the highest standards of quality, safety, and customer service. They also provide resources for resolving disputes and addressing ethical concerns. By joining and participating in industry associations like PSA and NECA, electrical sign installers and contractors can gain access to valuable training, networking, advocacy, resources, and support. These organizations play a vital role in promoting the growth, professionalism, and sustainability of the electrical sign industry in Pennsylvania and beyond. It is important to understand Article 600 of the National Electrical Code, which specifically addresses electric signs and outline lighting. This article provides comprehensive requirements for the installation, wiring, and protection of these systems, ensuring safety and compliance. Some key aspects of Article 600 include wiring methods. Article 600.9 specifies the wiring methods permitted for electric signs and outline lighting. These methods include rigid metal conduits, intermediate metal conduits, electrical metallic tubing, flexible metal conduits, and liquid-tight flexible metal conduits. The choice of wiring method depends on the specific application and environmental conditions. Next is overcurrent protection. Article 600.5 specifies the requirements for overcurrent protection of electric signs and outline lighting. Overcurrent protection devices, such as fuses and circuit breakers, are required to protect the wiring and equipment from overloads and short circuits. The size and type of overcurrent protection device must be appropriate for the circuits and the equipment being protected. Grounding and bonding are also covered in Article 600. Proper grounding and bonding are essential for preventing electrical shock hazards and ensuring the safe operation of electric signs and outline lighting. Article 600.7 specifies the requirements for grounding electrodes, equipment grounding conductors, and bonding jumpers. Disconnecting means are included in Article 600. A disconnecting means is required to disconnect the electric sign or outline lighting from the power supply for maintenance or repair. Article 600.6 specifies the requirements for disconnecting means, including their location, accessibility, and rating. Article 600.21 discusses sign body grounding. Sign bodies, doors, and canopies are required to be grounded. In addition to these general requirements, Article 600 also includes specific requirements for different types of electric signs and outline lighting, such as neon signs, LED signs, and high-voltage signs. Installers must be familiar with these specific requirements to ensure compliance with the NEC. Understanding and complying with Article 600 is essential for electrical sign installers in Pennsylvania. By following the requirements of this article, installers can ensure the safe and reliable operation of electric signs and outline lighting, protecting both themselves and the public. Additional information on safety and safe work practices are very important when dealing with electrical systems. Lockout-tagout, often abbreviated as LOTO, is a critical safety procedure used to protect workers from hazardous energy during the servicing or maintenance of equipment and machinery. It involves isolating the energy source and preventing the equipment from being accidentally started up. The basic steps of a lockout-tagout procedure include: firstly, preparation. Identify all potential hazardous energy sources associated with the equipment or machinery. This may include electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic, thermal, and other forms of energy. Secondly, shutdown. Turn off the equipment or machinery using the normal operating controls. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for proper shutdown procedures. Thirdly, isolation. Disconnect or isolate all energy sources from the equipment or machinery. This may involve disconnecting electrical power, closing valves on fluid lines, and blocking moving parts. Fourthly, lockout. Apply lockout devices to each energy isolating device. Lockout devices are typically locks or other physical barriers that prevent the energy isolating device from being activated. Each worker who will be performing the servicing or maintenance should apply their own lock. Fifthly, tagout. Attach a tag to each lockout device. The tag should identify the worker who applied the lockout device, the date and time of application, and the reason for the lockout. Sixthly, verification. Verify that the equipment or machinery is completely de-energized and cannot be started up. This may involve testing the equipment with a multimeter or other testing device. Before starting work, ensure that all workers are aware of the lockout-tagout procedure and the potential hazards involved. During the servicing or maintenance, do not remove or tamper with any lockout-tagout devices. After the servicing or maintenance is complete, remove all tools and equipment from the work area. Inspect the equipment or machinery to ensure that it is safe to operate. Remove the lockout-tagout devices in the reverse order of application. Each worker should remove their own lock and tag. Notify all workers that the equipment or machinery is ready to be started up. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, refers to equipment worn to minimize exposure to hazards that cause serious workplace injuries and illnesses. These injuries and illnesses may result from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other workplace hazards. Examples of PPE include items such as gloves, safety glasses and shoes, earplugs or muffs, hard hats, respirators, and full body suits. Employers are required to assess the workplace to determine if hazards are present or are likely to be present which necessitate the use of PPE. If such hazards are present, the employer must select and provide appropriate PPE to affected employees. Employees must properly use and maintain PPE in a sanitary and reliable condition. Employers are also required to train employees on the proper use of PPE, including when it is necessary, what type is necessary, how to properly don, doff, adjust, and wear it, the limitations of the PPE, and the proper care, maintenance, useful life, and disposal of the PPE. Electrical safety is paramount when working with electrical signs. Firstly, always de-energize circuits before working on them. Use lockout-tagout procedures to ensure that circuits are de-energized and cannot be accidentally energized. Secondly, use insulated tools. Use tools with insulated handles to protect yourself from electrical shock. Thirdly, wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Wear safety glasses, gloves, and other appropriate PPE to protect yourself from electrical hazards. Fourthly, inspect equipment before use. Inspect cords, plugs, and other electrical equipment before use to ensure that they are in good condition. Replace any damaged equipment. Fifthly, avoid working in wet conditions. Avoid working on electrical equipment in wet conditions, as water can increase the risk of electrical shock. Sixthly, maintain a safe distance from overhead power lines. Maintain a safe distance from overhead power lines when working on electrical signs. Use a spotter to help you maintain a safe distance. Seventhly, follow the National Electrical Code. Follow the requirements of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, when installing and maintaining electrical signs. The NEC provides detailed guidelines for safe electrical installations. Eighthly, get training. Get training on electrical safety and safe work practices. Training can help you identify and avoid electrical hazards. By following these safety guidelines, you can reduce the risk of electrical shock and other injuries when working on electrical signs. Remember, safety should always be your top priority. The Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry can provide information on regulations and requirements. The Department of Labor and Industry oversees various aspects of employment, workplace safety, and worker protections. The agency also offers a range of services and resources to help employers and employees comply with state and federal laws. The Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Association is another resource. The Pennsylvania Electrical Sign Association is a trade association that represents electrical sign contractors, manufacturers, and suppliers in Pennsylvania. The association offers training, education, and networking opportunities for its members. PSA also advocates for the interests of the electrical sign industry in Pennsylvania. The National Electrical Contractors Association, or NECA, is a national trade association that represents electrical contractors. NECA offers training, education, and resources for its members. NECA also advocates for the interests of the electrical contracting industry at the national level. By understanding the requirements for certification, the resources available, and the importance of safety, individuals can successfully pursue a career in electrical sign installation in Pennsylvania.